What is up, guys? Welcome to another episode of Let's Talk Chelsea. Today's episode, we are going to cover three things. One of them being the press conference from Enzo Maresca against Nottingham Forest. I've watched a little bit of it, but I figured why not start adding his press conferences into videos just to see how he is, analyse him and stuff like that. Number two, Enzo Fernandez Rumour about him going to Real Madrid, which is stated a little bit in the press conference, as well as some tweets from Fabrizio Romano. And then my third one, which is breaking in like the last few minutes, Joao Pedro might be going to Chelsea, which honestly, I've got a lot to say. I don't want to dive into it straight away. Listen, I've got a lot to say. So, before I get into this video, let us like the video, subscribe to the channel, and comment down below what you think about this Joao Pedro move. Is this good for Chelsea or not? Because I don't think it is. And it's beyond frustrating at this point that we keep, one, buying from Brighton, and two, can you just give us Osimhen, please? Like, what are we doing here? So, let's dive into the video. Let's watch Enzo Maresca and his press conference and see what questions he gets asked, really. So, let us see. See if I can turn it up slowly.
He's working with us in the last days, him and Margio, and both they can be available for the next game, knowing that no one of them played some minutes from the injury.
So Nkunku and Margio are available.
They can be available, yeah.
However, it doesn't matter anyway because we're just going to be selling Nkunku in the summer.
No, yeah, he's okay. Simply, he has his own plan program.
That's about Reece James.
We said already that we try to protect him, so we are managing him also in the training session.
So this is a massive game, but
Yeah, talking about Reece James there having his own plan, which is makes sense, to be fair.
A campaign like it in terms of what's at stake.
Probably also show how difficult is the Premier League. So many teams involved. The one that they have been consistent has been Liverpool, and this is the reason why they won the Premier. I think all the rest we had during the season a little bit.
I mean, everybody else this year has been absolutely awful, to be fair.
But,
do you know what I mean?
We are happy to be there and try to
the fact
finish
that
the best way.
The only good thing about this season has been the Champions League race.
The crowd will tell you, I'm sure, but will you have a way of listening to what's happening in the other matches? Because obviously results elsewhere might be a factor, or will you just concentrate on getting the win that you need?
We are quite lucky in this aspect, is because if we win, we do our job. We don't need to pay attention what the other results. For sure, if we are not winning, probably we need to pay attention. But we have the privilege that we depends on us.
I was going to say, yeah, we control our own destiny.
Yeah, absolutely, no doubt.
We control our own destiny. We have to win.
Obviously got a Chelsea loan. How ironic would it be, and I know it was nothing to do with you before your time that he left, but how ironic would it be if he was a factor in you not making it into the Champions League?
What kind of questions there?
In this moment, he's Forest player, so he's playing for them, and I have no doubt that he's going to try his best with his team. So, but we need to be focused on our squad, our player, and our game.
Yeah, I don't think he cares about Hudson-Odoi.
Looking forward to the dreaded transfer window, which starts a little bit earlier, doesn't it, this season? Some reports suggest Enzo Fernandez has been in Madrid looking at houses. I know he hasn't because he's been here. But how important is he to Chelsea, and how important?
Who's been reporting this? Call him out by name. He's been looking at houses in Madrid. Okay, right. Call him out by name, honestly.
That you keep him here. He's on a long contract. but suggestions Real Madrid might be interested.
Yeah, Enzo is a main player for us. He's one of the captain, he's one of the leader. This season has been very, very good. He can be even better next season, starting from the first day. So nothing to say about speculation. Is focus on us, and this is the most important thing.
He's staying, right?
Yes.
Looking at his press conferences already, nice pause on Enzo there. He doesn't. I don't watch a lot of his press conferences, but he does not look happy at all. He has like nothing about him. Like, give me some sort of oomph. This is a big game coming up. Do you know what I mean? I understand these questions he's been asked is a bit stupid and dumb. Like, who cares? Enzo Fernandez is going. To be honest, deep down, I think selling Enzo Fernandez is probably a good thing. Do you know what I mean? Get that money, get a big bid in. He doesn't really do much for Chelsea anyway. I don't know what his role is in the team. Get Andre Santos in. Happy days. Do you know what I mean? But I don't know. What a weird question.
Mimi.
Thank you.
Hi. So you've got a busy few days coming up. Do you feel any pressure? I'm sure you're not staying up late at night thinking about how to get that Champions League spot, or are you?
Any pressure? Any pressure to get into the Champions League? He should feel pressure. The team fell apart around Christmas time. He should absolutely be feeling the pressure. Because if you don't get Champions League and we're stuck in Europa League, I know some idiots would be like, yeah, it's an improvement from the Conference League. But it's not. Let's be honest. The amount of money we spend, Champions League should be the bare minimum. So, yeah. Let's see what he says.
Pressure. When you join Chelsea, you feel the pressure since day one.
Yeah, good.
You don't need to
Good.
play this kind of game to feel more pressure or less pressure. I feel pressure since I joined the club.
Good.
Because it's a club that you need to win games.
Not just win games, win trophies, yeah?
We won many games this season, but probably we need one more to, the most important one.
Won many games.
And how'd you go about? You've got
So
two
fucked up
games
many
this
games.
weekend, and a few days later as well, the Conference League final. How'd you go about deciding maybe rotating key players for both matches?
Now the focus is Sunday game. That is the next one, is the most important one. And then after that, we can be focused on Wednesday game. For sure, I said already the other day, we don't have time enough to recover the energy. So for sure, we need to rotate and we need to change things. And the reason why is because from Sunday to Wednesday, there is no time enough to recover energy, or at least if we were both club in the same situation, us and Betis, was quite different, but because they play today, so they have 2 days more, so we need to make some changes.
And what's the atmosphere been?
I kind of get that. Like, we kind of played with two squads anyway, haven't we? Really, I say two squads, but we've had like a Champong playing, George playing, Badiashile playing, Jorgensen playing. So is he going to stick with that with the final against Betis, or is he going to use the Premier League team? Obviously, Betis playing today is, they've been done a massive favour. Obviously, Chelsea haven't. I don't know who controls the fixtures, whether it is like La Liga themselves, like UEFA, I don't fucking know. But they've got an extra 48 hours ahead of us, so it's going to be a tough game. It's going to be a tough game. So it'll be interesting to see how Enzo Maresca plays it. Obviously, he's not happy about it, and I don't think anybody's happy about it other than Betis. So we shall see. It's tough.
Like, this week with the players, are they feeling any pressure? Like, how are you seeing the players are dealing with it?
No, they are, to be honest, I can see them exactly in the same way they were almost all season. They know that they are aware that this is the game, it's an important game, it's the last one, it's the most important one, because if we are able to finish well, it's a good thing for players, for fans, for club, for us as a coaching staff, for everyone.
Do you, by any chance, give any motivational words to the players to get them with that mental strength to prepare them for both matches?
No, I think we need to prepare them for the next one, not for both. I think we need to prepare them for Forest one. In terms of motivation, we also try almost every game to give them some extra motivation because it's something also.
Yeah, how
that
about
is part
money
of
is
the
your
game.
motivation, yeah? You got 8-year contracts.
John.
Enzo, over the last few months, there has been a massive difference between your home form and your away form. I think it's 1 league win in 10. Can you try and explain why there has been such a difference?
It's something for sure that.
Because we play Caicedo right
during
back.
the summer or during the short break we have.
Don't play
it's
Reece
something
James.
that we have to analyze. I also said many times that I like to analyze game by game. I think we play some game away where we didn't deserve to lose, or even the draw. I don't know, Palace away. I think we were much better and we deserved to win the game. But for sure, if we struggle away, there is a reason why, and we're gonna use the break to understand the reason why. In the other side, at home, we won almost all the games.
Robotic football.
So also there is a good part, not only the bad part.
Is there a mental
Easy to play against.
I don't think so. I don't think it's a mentally problem, but for sure there is something that we need to improve, no doubt.
It absolutely is a mentality problem. Combination of his robotic system. Like, against Newcastle, first half we fell apart. Like, when you go to St. James's Park, the atmosphere is going to be nuts. Massive game. So what do you not want to do? Concede early. What did Chelsea do? Concede early. Lavia was exposed in midfield by himself because of Caicedo being right back. So he just got overwhelmed, which I think with one of the goals, which was the goal, he was dispossessed squeak in midfield. And then they scored from it. So mentality is an issue, and then Nicholas Jackson elbowing someone in the face is definitely a mentality issue. You can't say it's not.
On Sunday, the attitude and mentally, they've got to be absolutely spot on, haven't they? 'Cause it's going to be pretty lively at the City Ground.
Yeah, no doubt. But even the last game away, I think the last game was Newcastle away. I think they show resilience, they show effort. Overall, I think we didn't deserve to lose that game, even with 10 players. But
We didn't deserve to lose that game with 10 players. We played better in the second half because Newcastle took their foot off the gas. What are you on about? Dan Burn was their best defender and he scored every Chelsea player we had going forward. We played better. One, because, they took their foot off the gas. And two, you played our captain, Reece James. And then Caicedo went into midfield with Lavia. That's why we played better. Anthony Gordon had nothing when Reece James was on. And then, they scored a second goal. It is what it is. Took a deflection. But on top of that, we were down to 10 men. We were never winning. Because every time we got the ball out wide, we were looking to cross it and there was no one in the box because he's been sent off. So, I disagree with it.
at the end, we lost the game. So I don't think it's mentally, to be honest.
Well, it is.
The England squad's going to be announced.
We're a young team.
Is there a concern from you for your players who are going to be picked in that squad, given you've got the Club World Cup coming up? Have you spoken to anybody, Thomas Tuchel, just to see how he plans to use your players there?
I didn't speak with one of them. The only thing I can say, and I said already many times, that as much as the players we have in the international team, we are happy because that is something good. First of all, for the players because they represent the country and it's nice, and for the club also.
But I think the last game's on the 10th, but obviously you're
Yeah.
going to America, 15th, around that kind of time. So will you be asking maybe that they can be released early?
But from the 10 to 15, we have 5 days.
Yeah.
The problem is that we have a game Sunday and Wednesday, European competition final. No one is scared about that.
The player welfare, you've got those games, as you said, there's not much between those two games. Then the players go on with the international team, then they fly to America, and you could be out there till the 15th of July. I mean, the player welfare, what would you say? It doesn't look great.
But no one care about...
I don't know the Club World Cup too well, but was it our decision to accept it, to go into this? Surely we know in the summer breaks there's always internationals happening. Rightly or wrongly, some of these international breaks are stupid and they shouldn't be happening. But surely we accepted, and the only reason we accepted is because of the big payout. That's all. And it doesn't matter anyway, because we're just going to be buying a bunch of players, or a lot of them will be coming over anyway. Well, we got, I don't know if Quenda's coming over, but got Usugo, you've got Penders, you've got Paez, you've got Esteval. So it's kind of strange. I don't know. I don't know. It's an interesting one. But I'll have to look it up, but I'm pretty sure we agreed to it anyway.
Player, Welf, Welfare, Elfie.
Elfie.
How do you manage that?
Nothing. If they're gonna be tired, they are not going to play. How you can manage that? It's simply like that. But I don't think there is many attention about players healthy or these kind of things. Otherwise, it's not normal the amount of game that they played.
Simon.
Enzo, so it wasn't a case that the club could even remotely talk to international coaches and stuff and say, would you mind leaving them out on this occasion? It wasn't something you thought of doing?
No, from my point of view.
It's obviously going to be an added challenge for these players to sort of think that they've got to play all these games in a short period of time.
Yeah, but that's why I said that for me it's not normal and it's not correct. And I can understand that people is thinking, but they earn much money, lots of money, so it's not. But it's not about money. It's about health. It's about to protect a little bit players. And my feeling is because of the amount of game that they played, I don't think they pay attention on that. So.
And I know you've just focused on these two games and this season, but is there any concern for the start of next season that all your players have played this amount of football before next season's even started?
I'm not thinking about the next season. I'm thinking about the next two games, but for sure there is a chance where we have players that because of the amount of the games they can get injury or they can be tired, and then
but that's like every team.
We see how we need to behave.
Every team, we have like 90 players on the books.
Going back to Sunday, is the biggest risk to your team that Forest might feel like they've got nothing really to lose, given that they've already overachieved so much this season? The pressure could be off them a little bit, whereas for Chelsea, everything hinges on them, which is really what was expected at the start of the season.
At this stage of the season, I think the pressure is for all the clubs that we are involved. So I think it's also for them. Or if they don't feel the pressure, it's not. No,
they have pressure.
That I'm worried about, because I'm just.
They have pressure.
Worried about our team, how we can win the game. No more than that.
Do you fear that the expectation weighs that bit more heavily on Chelsea's players than it would on Forest?
Yeah, probably yes. Yeah.
Well, there we are. Listen, there's absolute pressure on Nottingham Forest as well. We all saw when their owner was on the pitch having a go at Nuno. Do you know what I mean? Some people could take that the wrong way, but the guy is passionate. You know, he's on that pitch and he's letting them know the expectation is Champions League football, Europe, which is what we want. Not our fucking owners, where we're like, oh, well, I wasn't really told, you know, Champions League football's in the second season, blah, blah, blah. No. You don't spend that money and be like, Champions League is in the second season. No, sir. No chance. So, yeah, strange one. It is a strange one. As I said, we control our own destiny. we absolutely control our own destiny. As simple as it sounds, we have to go into this game and we have to win. It's simple, but yeah, some of those questions were stupid. Are you feeling the pressure? Yes, of course I'm feeling the pressure. Who wouldn't feel the pressure? Enzo Fernandez buying a house. Give us the name on who said that, because people like to call out waffle, and now we're just preaching the waffle. And even if he has, right? Am I opposed to Enzo going? No, not at all, not at all. But I think that's a time. Or I think that segues nicely into what was being said by Maresca, where he's like, no, he's not going anywhere. He's a captain, along with Reece James and stuff like that. So, as you can see from CFC Daily, Fabrizio Romano, which was reported a couple of days ago, Chelsea have no intention to sell Enzo Fernandez, which I couldn't imagine we would anyway. I think the guy's with us long term, and I think Maresca loves him. He plays him like every game, to be honest, so he's definitely not going anywhere. And I don't know how well he would fit in to the Madrid side anyway. Like, maybe is Modric kind of retiring next season? I don't know. So they're going to bring Enzo Fernandez in to kind of sort that out? I don't know. But I don't know how Enzo Fernandez fits in the team. I don't even know how he fits in this Chelsea team, to be fair. But who knows? That's a different story for another time. So, yeah, he's not being sold. Again, that question in there about him over at Madrid. And then he's like, no, he's not over at Madrid. Buying a house. Call that motherfucker out. I don't know who it is, but it's not journalism, is it? It's just clickbait nonsense. So, yeah. And then going on to the next point of like, getting top four and then pushing on from top four. Our transfer targets this year, you hear everyone and their mothers being signed by Chelsea. You got Shesko, you got Ekatike, is it Amiga from Strasbourg? We've heard Osimhen, Delap, and now there's talks that we're close to signing Joao Pedro. We've gone back to Brighton again. What kind of mentality is at this club? Because I don't know why we keep buying from Brighton. Brighton must absolutely love us. When they see that phone call and it's got like fucking Chelsea popping up on the screen, they're like, let's see how much we can fleece them out of 100 mil this time. Do you know what I mean? And here it says reports coming out of Brazil, Chelsea want Joao Pedro ahead of Club World Cup. Right, perfect, great. And then the report says Chelsea have begun negotiations with Brighton, signalled an offer of 60 million. 60 million. Why? Like, for the life of me. Listen, Joao Pedro is a good player, but he's going to occupy the position of guess who? He plays like where Cole Palmer plays. So my issue with that is we have Nkunku, who we're going to offload. We brought fucking Joao Felix, right? Just to offload Joao Felix again. So why are we buying Joao Pedro? It's one of the dumbest signings ever, and I don't understand it. This club is stupid. The upper management don't have a clue what to do. They got this 60 million here. Put that fucking 60 million into Osimhen's wages. You don't want to pay Osimhen's wages, which we didn't sign him last time because of the Osimhen wages. I don't know how much he wants, but just pay the man. Are we a serious football club or not? No, we're going to buy Joao Pedro and then probably Liam Delap. Oh, perfect. There we are. That's going to get us into title contenders. For the life of me, man. It's dumb. So it says, worth waiting for sources close to Chelsea, but this is coming from one of the best reports in Brazil. Wow, perfect. There we are. We got fucking Joao Pedro coming to Chelsea. Let's just keep signing Brighton players, yeah? Who else? Let's get Danny Welbeck. Let's bring him over. Honestly, man. I mean, he's probably better than Nicholas Jackson anyway, so might as well bring him over. What's there to lose at this point? Because I'll tell you what, he's a fucking mess and all. So yeah, and then Fabrizio Romano saying Joao Pedro, one to watch in the upcoming weeks as revealed this week. I mean, Fabrizio, he's right and he's not right. 90% of the time, I guess he's right. So that's it. And then we've also got reports, which I didn't get the tweet and stuff like that, but there's reports of West Ham are interested in Tosin and Chalobah, which we'll probably do. We'll probably sell, especially Chalobah, because of that pure profit. So Chalobah will be gone, out the window, sold, you name it. We've had reports on, obviously, only 2 players are indispensable, which again is absolute madness. And I think that was maybe Caicedo and Palmer, I want to say. So Reece James, who is our captain, is not indispensable, because they want to sell him to get money. It's an absolute joke of a club. Absolute joke of a club. And for the life of me, I don't know what direction we're going. We're being linked with everybody. I don't know our transfer strategy other than just buying from Brighton and hoping for the best. Brighton must be absolute billionaires at this point. We're not a serious contender at all. And if we do get Champions League, which we'll be lucky, we're going to field Joao Pedro. Mate, it's an embarrassing club. It's an embarrassing club. Joao Pedro is going to occupy the same position that Nkunku and Joao Felix were, and we're going to sell those 2 anyway. Do you know who would have been perfect right now? With the lack of striker that we got, a good false 9? Oh, Joao Felix. Who would have thought it? But no, you send him out on loan after buying him again. We're turning into a mediocre club. An absolute mediocre club. And I worry for this team. This whole club. The mentality is just keep going for Brighton players. And it's not good enough. Absolutely not good enough. I mean, he was good in Brighton's Europa League charge at one point. I think it was Europa League. And I'm sure he's a good player, but 60 million when we're trying to sign good players, like 60 million, like euros or whatever it is, we could be using that to try and sign Gyökeres. We could be using that, even Sesko, but I don't know too much about him. We could be using that for Osimhen. So, why not use it on a Brighton player again? Because we're good at managing it. Oh, man. It's a joke. It's an absolute joke. But that is the latest Chelsea news at the moment. We've got a big game coming up against Nottingham Forest on Sunday. The optimistic nature that I have, I in my preview, which will be out tomorrow. I think we'll win 2-1, but deep down it'll probably be a draw, and it'll be an absolute clusterfuck of a mess. So, it doesn't feel good at all. Doesn't feel good at all. And then we got 3 days later, Betis have got an extra 2 days on us to prepare for us, and then we got Betis, which Nicholas Jackson will probably play because motherfucker's been sent off or whatever for the rest of the season. But it's another day, another Chelsea fun day. But that'll be the episode, people. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Chelsea. if you can like the video, subscribe to the channel, and comment down below whether you think Joao Pedro will be a good signing for Chelsea or not. I can't be dealing with this. I'm going off of the internet for a while. Peace out.